of Jesus, recovering from anxiety, being a perfectionist, envying, and self-seeking. I grew up as a third generation Christian in the family. We're going to church, daily devotions, praying are normal things to do. The family had a small business, but because of some untrustworthy individuals, we lost the business and my father needed to work abroad to make ends meet. But in spite of this, we were still well provided, and although there were some struggles, I really didn't experience the poverty that is normally seen. I can say I can live a comfortable life. I always remember my mother would wake us up early in the morning to go to church, but also getting angry when we are late. After church, we will always gather with my relatives to eat together, but I always recall that a lot of times they are talking about topics that seems to be judgmental and critical to other people's shortcomings. But at the same time, they praise other people who are either wealthy or have accomplished a lot of things in their lives. With this, I grew up with the belief that I must not show any weakness or shame the family. I must always have good grades and be able to be financially capable, or else I will be judged and criticized by the family. This was also my definition of success. This also created in me a habit of just being quiet and just to stay on the side in gatherings. In this way, I thought they will not notice me. I grew up having honors and having good grades, and as long as I keep this up, they will not say anything bad about me. I also came to have a view of God as someone who is happy if I am doing and excelling, while frustrated when I am doing bad things, and I must always be in my best behavior. Fast forward to year 2023, I am a regular attendee in CCF and I'm already serving in the ministry. I experience frequent gout attacks and also have an ear infection that blocked one side of my hearing. During one of the episodes, I heard ringing sound in that part of my ear and became fearful for my life. I always hear in the testimonies that you have to be in the lowest point of your life to experience God. And I questioned God at the time. Why do I have to go through difficulties and hardships just so I can experience Him? Why do I need to experience pain and suffering just to realize I need Him? I thought to myself that I am incapable of going through that suffering if God were to give it to me. I doubted God's goodness and viewed Him as a Lord and King who will just do what He wants with you. And I feared Him immensely, but not out of reverence. I really became scared of Him. After some time, I felt a numbness in my forehead that I never felt before. Fear struck me again, thinking that I can die. While I want to hear Jesus say to me, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," negative thought patterns is always in my mind. Like after I die, God will say to me, "I never knew you. Depart from me." I questioned my authenticity as a Christian and I doubted God's grace and mercy. We decided to go see several doctors to check why I have numbness in my forehead. And after going through several laboratory tests and had my ears treated, I praised God that everything went back negative. One of the doctors said that I might be experiencing an anxiety disorder. At first, it was hard to believe that I had it since I am one of the guys who don't believe in mental health issues. I am confident and have confidence. I am one of the life coaches, I said to myself. But learning and accepting I had anxiety disorder was not a difficult decision as I knew I needed to get some rest. Though I will always be reminded of the feeling of having no confidence, low self-esteem, and the feeling of helplessness in which people will judge and criticize you for being weak and proud. It seems I lost in being insignificant in my existence. One of the passages that brought me through was in John chapter 15 verse 4. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. It occurred to me that I was always trying to do things on my own strength, and I'm trying so hard to produce good fruit by my own self, even as I was serving in the ministry. I was laboring under religion. That is why I am not able to enter his rest. Another passage that brought me through is Psalm chapter 34, verse 4. I sought the Lord and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. I felt so afraid and scared when I had anxiety, and I do not know what to do with them, but to just continue to seek God in His goodness. And another that also helped is in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. I was thinking negative and self-defeating thoughts that at that time is not true, pure, lovely, and honorable. Every morning as I wake up, I will recite the 3 verses, say aloud the Serenity Prayer, and mention the acronym SANITY as I write it in my journal. So, yun yung artworks pa I write. And then, like a light bulb, I forgot that God above all else is my Heavenly Father. I was so focused on what I need and ought to do. I was only being focused on being saved by grace that I forgot that I must live by grace also. Then God impressed in my heart to reach out to a few high school friends and start a Bible study. Even though I wanted it to be very well planned and thorough, this time around I just scheduled it without any thought of the outcome. I trusted God on the process, whether they will learn something or not. The burden was slowly going away as I knew that it is not me who will bring about the transformation in their lives. It's them and their relationship with Jesus that will bring about change. At the moment, I also started to have Bible study with my family. I no longer think that my son who has autism would understand it or not. I only know that I would like my family to enjoy growing and having progress in their relationship with Jesus, and that their life can only be abundant as they depend in God in every day of their lives. I will always consider my anxiety as a significant event in my life. It is the time that I realized my soul is broken and that I truly understood what Jesus said in John chapter 10 verse 10. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. To God be the glory.